All right, guys, I want to come through here and talk about, where Dillon Gabriel is 3 starts in and why I'm concerned about, I've expressed where I am with Kevin Stefanski. I've expressed where I am with those sort of frustrations around the quarterback. And understanding this was really, not the most comfortable quarterback environment with the wind and the rain. We can recognize all of those things while also saying Gabriel is leaving a lot of meat on the bone. And this week it was obvious as 60 plus passing yards came through screens that we're not getting some simple things from the quarterback that can help this offense find even below average success. Not bad. I'm talking below average success. And I'd love them to be average to good. But if Dillon's missing some of these opportunities, then I've got some concerns about where this moves. Okay, so let's put it this way. I'm going to show you some past situations he found himself in and just some examples of where we're not seeing the answers in front of us. All right, so the first one I want to show you is a 3rd and 14 where we're going to get a couple high lows on the right side. We're going to get a blitz answer on a settle over the middle, a Kevin Stefanski sort of staple where we're going to get some exit motion into a dig, and then we're going to get another stick route here to high-low and see if we can work this window against perhaps what could be split safeties. Right on the left side, we're going to get a sticks curl, so we're going to get to the 13, 14-yard range on 3rd and 14, try to come back to it. If he settles in between, maybe you're talking cover 2. So you're really looking at like left side is a good cover 2 beater because you might get an answer here where the corner plays down on the back and then you have the safety widening and you can get in this window, while the right side is aimed to be more of a man beating concept or quarters beating concept where you can high low. Those two are flipped, where after the motion you can high low and then find yourself maybe getting to that solution and giving us a quick over the middle man beater, a blitz beater if you were to get 2 blitzing the quarterback on 3rd and long. So off the drop back, Gabriel's looking for zone or man indicators. He obviously gets a zone indicator because the corner expands. So we know this is going to be some form of either quarters or cover 3. We might get what's called man down here, this man mod concept, where he's running with him vertical and taking him in a man coverage look. And we're going to get a zone feel everything over here where you're going to get the back is taken care of by this backer. You get man coverage right here. And then we're just going from there. Okay. This is a very common man zone hybrid on the other side of the field once you get away from the solo side. Now, I'm not sure why he feels, based on leverage, we have underneath leverage right here happening on this curl. So I understand not feeling all too comfortable coming to this side initially, but there's no reason on your side of the territory of the field to throw this football against this leverage and man when you know you're getting a route that's a curl route in sloppy conditions, hard to cut. This should have been intercepted. If you get this leverage, underneath leverage right here, it's not proper to throw the curl because he's sitting underneath it and can break on it. We're not getting any pressure right now. Pretty clean pocket. So the concept here would be to step up, see if you can work to the dig, see if there's another answer, because the left side throw he gets to is a pick that was right there to be had. Now, not to say this is a easy completion somewhere else. We have some of those to come, but this is not a ball you can throw on your side of the field in a game that is going to be dictated by field position. Only thing he really looks at on the drop is, if you follow his helmet stripe, he's just looking here. He doesn't even really get eyes left side. So it doesn't make a ton of sense to just blind throw this without processing that coverage underneath. And as you can see, that ball just goes like a video game glitch right through his hands and into Judy's stomach, who just hangs on to it, and you get a first down, right? I mean, listen, good result. I think we could agree bad process. All right, the next one we want to get to is down here on the goal line. I think the Browns are in 3rd and 5. All right, this is a popular NFL staple concept. We're going to get some short motion, and we're going to get what's known as a variation of mesh, right? So we're going to get mesh pivot. Popular concept because what a lot of teams like to do is run usually some sort of over the middle settle. It's kind of that Chip Kelly variation. Mesh here, and then rail route by the back, right? And then we'll see what they do with Fan here. Sometimes you'll get a deep post or a deep over. Sometimes they'll run a corner route off it. There's a lot of things you can do. But what the Browns do is try to run a what they call a tendency beater. Just call it mesh whip. So you're going to run inside like you're running mesh and then pivot back outside. Same thing's going to happen over here from number one outside. He's going to run inside and then whip route back outside for teams that are trying to haul and man coverage over the middle. I actually like the call. It's a pretty interesting call, and I like tendency beating plays. Kevin's done this in his past, right? The thing you have to do as the quarterback, though, is know that your back is out on a rail route, that if you like what you get coverage-wise, because this is going to take a minute to develop and work itself back out, same here, your immediate choice is to throw the back on the rail if the outside coverage, because who's the threat to the outside release rail route? It's the corner. So if the corner cheats in, chasing here, somebody has to go from inside. They're either passing this off, or this nickel right here is taking it, right? Once he sees it, he's passing off his man to the inside linebacker right here, and then we're going to run with him. You need to see that play out in real time as the quarterback, right? So let's see what happens. Right, so it's a little inverse of the route concept. This is just me kind of going through this with you after watching it only one time. Your corner route is going to happen from this tight end. Here's your settle on the, the old Chip Kelly mesh stuff. And then you're going to get that whip route. You're going to get this whip route, which is a tendency beater. And then we got a rail route up the sideline we can throw it to if we feel like the outside coverage doesn't honor it. Watch what happens. Nobody runs. Or actually, this is perfect. We get the exact thing we might get. If you see this corner, here's your indicators, okay? If the corner chases it inside, it doesn't guarantee man coverage because he could squat, but if he chases him inside and you have man look here, you have a man look here, you have a man look here, it's probably man. If he chases him inside right here, you probably just need to figure out who's running with the back. And if it's the inside linebacker who's trying to run either the bubble to get here, or if he tries to take the wrong route, which is underneath because he thinks it's a flat route, he needs to get there, but instead it's a rail route up the sideline, you got everything you want for a touchdown. Everything you want for a touchdown. Watch this unfold. Boom, the pick naturally happens. Dillon is for some reason held on this right here. I don't know if he thinks this defender became Jerry Jeudy's man coverage player, and since he hit him, he would be open. I don't know, but as you can see, we get the natural pick. Look at the back up the sideline. And for some reason, we're predetermining this throw to Jerry Jeudy, number 3 here, and it's blanketed at the time of decision to throw. His decision to throw is when he pats the ball right there. I don't know what about this look right here tells me I should go there. The next answer, if I see this collision happen, I haven't thrown it yet, this collision has already happened, he hasn't thrown it yet, is to maybe come back here. If you have eliminated this, you think incorrectly, you think the rail route isn't the answer, you can't throw this right here. You can't throw it. It's collisioned and it's done. So you would come back to Fannon's middle settle route, which would have come open. But the back is your answer, guys. It's a walk-in touchdown. Jerome Ford knows it. He knows his man gets picked off. I mean, we got to complete that for 6 points instead of settling for 3. Let's watch it from the tight. If you watch his eyes, he looks at the back initially, but you don't need to look at the back and corner so much. Let's identify if the corner is over here running inside. Like, let's identify who's defending him. There's nobody to defend him. And even if 25 gets through here clean, it's still a good throw to make. It's a one-on-one up the sideline, throw it to him. We see this play work across the NFL every week. So it's a bad miss. You got to complete these in the high or low red zone. Those are touchdown balls. Okay, we're into the second quarter now. It's 3rd and 6. We're going to get short motion to help us define coverage again. Browns kept going to it. Dolphins are giving you every man-to-man indicator possible. It is man coverage across the board. We have a single high safety who is on the hash. with, you know, obvious understanding, he is keying on the quarterback's helmet. Where is he looking? He's already cheating to this side because of alignment. He's not playing middle of the field. He's not sitting right here and playing true middle and trying to split the difference a little bit. He is playing tilted to the short side of the field, okay? So, having said that, the route concepts we're going to get a short motion, okay? Out, whip return, pivot inside. We're going to get a corner route over top of it. We're going to get a chip release over here with a inward backside dig, and then a release. Either he can flat route it or he can just turn and hook up right here for a high-low. That's what we're doing. We're probably protecting. I need to double check if the back stays in to protect, but we're picking a side. So what we're thinking based on man is I'm checking left side. If I feel good about the leverage on this route, I can throw it. If I feel good about the leverage on this route coming back inside, I can throw it. If not, I have a nice little backside dig to throw to if I don't want to feel comfortable throwing left side. So let's watch it unfold. Short motion, press man. Do I like anything left? Right, they're heating me up a little bit. Got to understand that. They're bringing 6. We have enough to protect it? We do. Okay, I don't like left side. Look at your backside dig. This, my friends, is bracketed really well. Look at the leverage underneath this and the leverage over top of it. We can't blindly throw this. Now, you can argue with me, Jake, this breaks down and he doesn't have time to get to this. That's fine. I'm okay with that if that's your argument. I think the really good ones are getting to this because there's nobody in the middle of the field. What do we know? If they vacate the middle of the field by bringing 6, did they bring 6? That usually means there's a high hole player, but there's nobody in the low hole player. So you guys can deduce if there's no low hole player, what's your one in breaking route? It's right here. That's your one in breaking route that has a chance. So here we go. Let's watch it unfold. The leverage is really good on Fannin. We throw it blind to the receiver's eyes being around, and it's picked off. Now, Minka does hold Fannin's arm, but that doesn't change the process here. Doesn't change the process. Watch the route. Watch the leverage. He's on the hip, and he's reading your helmet. He's here. This is bracketed high and low. If we have the right process, you guys, again, you might think I'm nitpicky here, but the right process is this dig right now in this window, because I see this bracketed perfectly. And what's my end breaker if they're bringing 6? I need a route into this open void, and I'm not getting it from this bracketed corner route, right? Right now, look at 16. You think there's a window to throw here? Think there's a passing window to see him coming into this? I think so. Think so. You can't do that. You can't do that. You get fortunate and get bailed out by a penalty. All right, the same drive, the Browns get down to the 17-yard line. It's 2nd and 12. I want to make sure I have that right. 2nd and 12, okay? So we're in 2x2 where we motion across and unfold zone coverage. Now we're in 3x1. Nobody ran with him. Corner bumps outside. Now we're in 3x1. Browns come back to mesh. Come back to it. We want to run it again. Now, zone, fine. We're getting a deep cross is what we should be getting here. We're getting a settle hook up here. We're getting a shallow and probably another shallow, and then the rail route. Now, this is usually called expecting to get some man and have some beaters to punish them with. But this is fine against zone, especially if they're in cover 2 variation. Everything's mucked up inside. We got middle hook, curl hook. We can throw this right now if we want to. If we want to. It's in front of your face. and try to anticipate this window if we want to, even though you got to understand solo side safeties are always hunting in breakers from anything where, especially if the receiver on their side disappears. If he disappears, do you see how his eyes are on him? If he disappears, watch his eyes go boom, looking inside. See his eyes go here? Inside. So this is all bracketed. We can still find some solutions, but pretty bracketed. I don't feel confident throwing into the course of 2 deep, 5 under. 2 deep, 5 under. I don't love throwing into the chaos of the middle, even though I'm recognizing there's an answer here with a clean vision to throw to him, and you'll see another one. But if this corner, if neither of these two guys chase the rail route, guys, nobody's going with it, and this is your left side read, flip it to the running back. This is your process of elimination, right? And as you roll out, Dillon, you're looking at it right here. He's looking at it. His helmet tells me he sees him. What are we doing? He's still open. Still open. Still open. What are we doing? He's looked at it. He's had to see him. We run for 4 yards instead of giving him the football right here and probably making a move and getting into the end zone. And if not, it's at least a 9-10 yard gain. This is rough. Again, young quarterbacks, I don't mind them missing because pressure distracts them. There's no pressure here. There's no pressure. Everything is taken away middle of the field. You're looking at it right now. You see the eyes are going in the direction of the player that Miami has blown the coverage on. Again, he looks at it again right here. He has to be looking at it right. I don't know what we're doing. I really don't know what we're doing. If again, no problem to me if in the rain and the weather we don't throw it or we throw it and we miss it because it's slippery or whatever. Throw it though. Show me you're seeing the layup. We have to see it. Okay, next series out, 3rd and 12. We're back against our own end zone. We got to get this ball out fast. We got to have a solution, right? Here's what we're going to get conceptually. It's 3rd and 12. We're trying to give you answers for both blitz and give you answers if it's protected well. You're going to get some exit motion, okay? You're going to get, and he may come back in, but you're going to get a deep corner. You're going to get an out route as your shallow, and a deep cross that is your intermediate. Over here, we're going to get a healthy chip block on this one right here, and then we're going to release them out. So if they bring 5, okay, if they bring 5, we have an answer balanced. We're overloading this side of the field for coverage looks that include anything open, such as cover 2, we can try to throw with an immediate answer. Or if we get cover 3 running past the curl flat defender, right? And this looks initially like man to me. So if it's man, we're in a good position as well. What we have to do is be conscious of this right here, this blitz look where they're bringing 5. So we know it's not a non-blitz situation. You're at least thinking I need to tempo up. So we go out and then we come back in, we get that inward motion, and then we work to the out, we go deep on the corner, and then we get a cross, intermediate cross right there to high-low this left side, right? So you got 3 routes you can read to, right? Dolphins give you a little bit of trickeration. This is what your own defense does. They play cover 2. And if you watch this corner, punch off of this and squat, he's not chasing him shallow inside. He punches and drifts. That's your indicator. It's a zone look. Okay, so they're playing cover 2. Now we know it's a high-low right here. If he is pinching this, we can throw over top. And if this 2 things happen, he's down, he's hauling, we got this right here open. And now if you also feel pressure off your right side, here's your release valve that we can get to. We do not want to take a safety. And I understand maybe not feeling comfortable against a 5-man pressure. So we're going to try to come into a decision quickly, if we're getting right side pressure, which is where he feels it from, where is your right side answer? We have 2 immediate ball out throws we can make. Don't really blame him for not feeling comfortable because of the leverage of that corner. But if we understand they didn't really deceive us in any way, they brought a 5-man. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's up at the line of scrimmage and releases on a little stunt. This is a 5-man, and I understand you technically at 5.5. I call him a half because he's chip releasing. We got to know where our answers are. This is wide open and a very decent chance to, potentially get here off the catch and pick up a first down. But at minimum, the ball's out quick at this moment right here. Super processing. We got answers. We got to find them. And if you want to get nitpicky, what are the best in the game doing? Cover 2, we feel it and we know. I can see, don't like this. He's running over top here. 20 is squatting. I got an anticipation window on the top of my drop to hit that deep cross. Right here, right in this void of coverage, right here is a window in the NFL to throw a guy with, like, hey, you want to see capital A anticipation quarterbacks that are getting broken down across the league? That's the throw. I'm not expecting Dillon to get to this at this early stage of his career. What I am expecting him to know to do is, where's my hot answer? If I don't have this hot answer, where's this hot answer? And find it. And we're not finding it. And we're taking sacks that could have been a safety. Watch the eyes. What are we're dropping? We never feel out the left side corner. So, okay. Hypothetically, you have eliminated everything over here. The deep and the speed out, you've eliminated, and you're just reading the safety. You can't see right here. He's hauling over top. Then why are we not ripping this? That's the question. Why are we not ripping this right here once he clears? You're going to have to take a hit, man, in this game. Get your eyes to where they need to be. Throw it now. He's going to clear him. Throw it. Or throw it. We got to be better than this. We can't take sacks.